Hi everyone, this is Dominique Narciso and I'm a success and wellness coach for expats and diplomats in life transition. So in this week's episode, I want to share with you just some thoughts on how to take care of your mental well-being. Now this is something that I think we really don't talk about much when you're living a life abroad and everyone thinks like, oh my gosh, you have such an adventurous life, like it must be so great to be able to travel and see new things, be in a new culture, and just all of those ideas and those concepts of what it means to live a life abroad and what it means to be an expat. And so just to give you a caveat, this is my fifth tour living as a diplomat or living abroad. And after doing this lifestyle for 10 years, over 10 years, it still surprises me when the weather changes and I start to get a little bit depressed. And it's not something that I'm like super proud about, but I realize that a lot of us will go through it silently because we think like, oh, it's just something that I have to deal with, or we ignore it, or, it's just something that happens and we just choose not to do anything about it. And what I want to say is that you have to do something. So for example, today I started to feel down. It's raining, it's gloomy outside. The winter it's really cold. I'm here in South Korea. And I realized like, you know what? I'm feeling it. I'm feeling like my mood is changing. And I'm usually on a regular day a pretty positive person. And I'm like, I recognize that I can start on this path of like just feeling a little bit down. So I realized, I'm like, you know what? I need to do something about it. And I literally put on my exercise clothes and went to the gym. And lo and behold, I saw two other friends there that were trying to work out. Same thing, it's totally pouring rain outside, but I think it's this, recognition that in this lifestyle, if you're not proactive in your own happiness, in your own sense of meaning, in your own sense of fulfillment, it's gonna be really challenging moving from country to country, place to place, because you don't know the challenges that you're going to face in that country, or you don't know the language barriers, you just don't know. But if you are cognizant of what mental well-being looks like for you, if that means, you are in a light mood, you feel joy, you feel happy, you feel present, you feel engaged with what you're doing, you're connecting with people, that to me is success. If you're able to establish that for yourself in any post that you go to, in any country that you go to. Not to say that it's perfect, because obviously life is life and things happen. There's road bumps, there are challenges. But if you're able to get back to a place of mental well-being and you recognize your personal cues that are telling you like, hey, you need to take action, or you need to do something different, or you need to change it up, that is literally half the battle. And then second, once you recognize that you're not feeling good, to do something active, do something about it. Don't sit there in silence. Don't stay in your home just thinking like, oh, I'm sad, this is sad. Like when you are ruminating in negative thoughts, like your brain, your ego especially, it loves that. It talks, it loves thinking about all the things that are not going well, the judgment, all of that. And the best thing to do to get out of that is to like snap yourself out of it and literally go do something else. Like go take a walk, go to the gym, go call up a friend. You have to recognize it before you go too deep into it. And I say this because I recognize today, and I was saying earlier, it's my fifth tour. In every place that we've been to, the first 6 to 9 months, I get in a really kind of like up and down feeling, roller coaster emotions of what is my purpose? Why am I here? Why do I feel like this? And like having all these questions in my mind, feeling, not myself. And I want to say to you, like, you are not alone. It happens to a lot of us. Even if you go back to the United States or back to your home country, there's that feeling of, disconnect because people don't understand the kind of life that you had been living. So I just wanted to like kind of put this out there today since it's top of mind. Mental well-being is so vital to your own sense of happiness and your own sense of success. if you don't have this part, in check consistently, every day, checking in with yourself, am I doing okay? And if you're not, being okay with that and saying like, okay, well, what are the steps that I need to take to get out of this funk? What can I do to make myself feel better? What can I do to connect with others? Oftentimes when we're feeling a low sense of self-worth or low self-esteem, it's because we're not connecting with people, we're not connecting with things that we love doing, we're not connecting with our loved ones back home. And so I want you to take care of your mental well-being, especially as we get into these winter months, wherever you are in the world. Recognize your cues and then take action or do something active. Once you recognize what's happening, like don't just sit there and watch TV. Like get up, do something, change your pattern. And that's what's gonna motivate you to keep checking in on yourself and keep doing the things that are healthy for yourself, that are healthy for your family. And that's just, you being an example to others when others need that extra boost of positivity or that extra boost of just friendship. And I think if you take care of yourself, if I'm taking care of myself, and we pass this on to everybody, the world will be a much better place. I truly believe that. And thank you again so much for listening to this episode. I look forward to serving you always. Remember to be bold, be awesome, and live your adventure. All right, see you next week. Bye.